Just doing a little practice session here on TOS on demand. See if we can secure a quick paper bag or two. So market just opened. I'm putting in my support and resistance lines to just kind of give me a little reference here. Things are running just a little laggy because we're doing the screen recording, so we'll just have to kind of keep that in mind, I guess. Let's see if something sets up for us here. Usually give the market about 15 minutes to kind of shake out before I take any trades. As you can see here, we're trading March 21st. It's 9:33. Way too early for me to start monkeying around with the market. So I've lost way too much money trying to trade the open. Really not interested in giving away any money. Not even paper. So everything that you're seeing here is exactly what I see when I'm fortunate enough to be able to trade from home. This is my home trading setup. So for you newer traders, I probably would not recommend watching 6 tickers at once, because I tried that when I was fairly new and it was nothing but confusing to me, and it didn't really work out very well at all. So not really seeing anything that's particularly interesting to me at the moment, just kind of noting that SPY and Qs are fairly bullish. Apple maybe getting a little set up here. So I may think about going long on that one. It's still a little bit early, but if the setup is there, I may grab one. Alright, we're going to go at the money on this one as it broke my resistance line that I drew at the beginning of the day. Should have a little bit of follow through, I would imagine. So we're just going to eyeball it and see what we get. Alright, so pulled back a little bit, but not a big deal. It's not anything I'm going to worry about. Oof, yeah, this thing's moving really slow. It does not like trying to record the screens and trading at the same time. But I think we can make it work. So basically what made me take this trade is this right here was no supply. We've got overall bullish sentiment. So I'm waiting to see if we can get up near the 165 level. But of course we take what the market gives us. target is going to be right around 165. I don't know that we're going to get it. That's a pretty nasty little topping tail there. Not really liking that. But I do want to give it a second or two, because we are still just a little early in the day. I do watch my P&L while I'm trading. Some traders don't do that. I prefer to do that so I know how much I'm up, what percentage I'm up. I have certain criteria that I look for. I've hit 165. I'm going to go ahead and get on out of that. So we'll take that little bag there. That was a nice trade. Tesla may be setting up. Let's see if that's going to be a no supply setup on Tesla. And I always take trades that my account size would allow in real life. So with Tesla, I take anywhere from about $300 to $400 positions. So we'll grab one here. We'll see if we get some follow through on this, because that does look like a possible no supply setup. But Tesla can and does pull back very quickly and violently at times. Come on, this thing needs to move a little faster than this. I can't trade like this. This is not good. We do have to give Tesla just a little bit of room to breathe, because the swings on this thing are very large if you're not used to trading Tesla. We'll see what it does. It's not terribly impressive right now. Probably a price target on this one of 938-ish, somewhere's in that area if we can get there. But if this pulls back, I'm just going to jump. May possibly hit 940, but you can never tell. Okay, there's 938. Let's see if it's going to give us some more here. Yeah. Now I'm seeing that this bar here, volume is increasing, but that bar is really not following the volume. So we need to see that bar get a little bit wider and kind of match that volume. I think once this gets around 940, I'm going to probably cut this trade, because these bars are getting a little narrow for my liking. We're up almost 12% on the trade, so we're not gonna give that back. Yeah, we're gonna cut that right there. Secure that bag. There's about 10% on that trade. That was a decent trade. Happy with that one. AMD had a huge move right here, but I usually will not trade any more than one ticker at a time, even though I watch a bunch of them. It's just not something that I do. You start trying to manage too many trades at once, you're going to get yourself in some trouble, I think. And as you can see, Tesla did decide it's going to move a little higher, but that's okay. I'm just trying to catch most of the move. I'm not greedy. I'll take 10-15% bags all day long and be happy about it. So at this point, what I'll usually do, I've taken 2 successful trades. I'm going to start sizing down a little bit. I see that SPY is starting to pull back pretty heavily after hitting 448.50. I'm expecting that tech is most likely going to follow that, as they usually do. And maybe we'll see if we can get a short setup here. my mentor Lamont Adair is always talking about compression candles either at support and resistance, and those setups are usually like gold. So they work really well most of the time. That AMD was a nice setup right there. I wish I'd have caught that. That was a really nice 1.5 point move there. That would have been a nice bag, but that's all right. Never gonna catch them all. You're never gonna catch them all. You can catch a couple, grab the meat of them, and move on. But fairly clear that the overall market sentiment on most of these, except NEO, is bullish. So we'll see if we get some continuation here. Maybe take one more trade. It's getting right around 9:45. So this is usually when things start to heat up pretty good. So that AMD may be setting up for another no supply entry, possibly. So we'll get those loaded here real quick. If we get it, we'll go full size on this one. So we'll get them loaded, but we're going to wait for confirmation and see what we got, because SPY is still selling off here, so we will see. Definitely don't want to be biased one way or the other, because the market will slap you silly if you come in with a bias. Been there, done it. So best thing to do is just kind of sit back and relax. Just kind of take note that everything is pulling back just a little bit, which is fine. Everything's going to take a little breather. Half tempted to maybe short NEO here if it breaks that 2052 support that I drew in at the beginning of the session, but only if it breaks that. Otherwise, there is no trade there for me, anyways. Exxon's looking like it wants to run. I see NEO getting down towards that support line that I drew. At this present point in time, I want to see a little bit of consolidation there, or something like a no demand candle and then another leg down. I'm not gonna chase that big candle, because that can get you into some serious trouble. Alright. I don't know that things are gonna turn around just yet, so we'll wait and see. You always got to be patient and wait for the setup. If you have a setup that you know works, you gotta wait for that setup. And yes, NEO is going down more, and maybe could have made a bag on that, but I refuse to chase these things. I won't do it. I did it in the beginning of my trading journey and lost a lot of money doing that. And holding the losers too long, that's always a bad idea. Those are where my biggest losses by far have come from, is holding and hoping. Apple looks like it might want to continue to the upside. So now at this point, my strategy changes a little bit. If I see something kind of like this, I'm going to be waiting for the high of day break. If it can do that, then I may take a long position. But man, this thing is moving slow. Whew. Tough to trade this like this. Usually I will not move my lines too much when I'm actually trading because it takes too much time. I gotta pause this thing for a second. This just isn't working. This thing is running incredibly slow. This thing is usually so much faster, but using the screen recorder and doing this at the same time is just not working out real well. Which really surprises me. This computer I'm running right now has why doesn't that want to move? This computer that I'm running right now has a 6-core processor and 64 gigs of RAM, which is half the total capacity of this board, and it's a brand new board, so it's kind of a little disappointing that it won't run this a little better, but that's alright. We'll make it work. I am mainly a scalper. I will do day trades if I feel that the market is going in a generally bullish direction or bearish. I'll day trade both, long and short, doesn't really matter to me. It just depends on how busy I am at work and whether or not I can watch charts. Normally being at work, watching charts is not a possibility for me. So I end up taking some day trades. And yeah, Neo decided to flush, so probably could have gotten into that one, but I stand by my conviction with not chasing things. It's just not something I do. There's just way too much potential for things to go wrong. So I see SPY is over here at my one of my pre-market resistance lines, which it actually ended up going a little bit higher, so it's quite a bit past that now. At this present point in time, I've missed the down move on pretty much all of these, so I'm not going to do much of anything. I'm just going to sit on my hands for right now and see where the market goes. Patience is a virtue. There is no rush to do this. Market is open Monday through Friday, 6.5 or 7 hours per day. So now we're getting kind of a bearish engulfing candle here on Apple. So it looks like we're going to get some continuation to the downside. What I'm going to do is I will usually size down on something like this. I'm just kind of waiting to see if it's going to break past the 9 EMA, which is the yellow line there. If it does, then I may take a trade, but again, kind of waiting for the setup. I'd like to see a failed green candle, which is going to be a no demand candle. Compression candle is what we're looking for. Those are the ideal setup. Alright, it's undecided, so we'll just hang out and wait and see what they're going to do. I may try Neo here for the reversal. It's a nice cheap stock. Doesn't move incredibly fast. You can day trade this one pretty easily once you know a direction. So what I'm going to do is, now that it's made a new low of day, I'm going to pop a line there. So that gives me a point of reference on that one. As far as Tesla is concerned, we'll just move this line down because at this point that's irrelevant. This thing's just moving so slow. This is so difficult to do. I'm used to being able to just fling lines all over the place. But the computer just definitely is not liking doing the screen recording while running the on-demand. So let's see if Neo is going to pop off of that support line again. Okay, so Q's just broke its opening range. But again, I've absolutely missed this move. There was a time when I would actually have chased this when my trading journey first started. I do not do that at this point. So if I miss the move, I miss the move. It doesn't matter. The market gives you opportunities all day long. Let's see here. Tesla is looking like it might be setting up for a no demand here. Maybe short this one because you've got Q's selling off and SPY selling off. Tesla will most likely follow that. It's down below VWAP. So I'm going to go ahead and get into this. See if we can get some follow through for a quick bag. Being mindful of the 200 MA that's down here. Once we start getting towards that, we're going to probably want to think about getting out if it even gets that far. I'm not wanting to give any money back to the market. Oh, this is not good. This thing is freezing pretty bad. Yeah, this isn't good. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to do this or not. I don't know if this one's going to follow through or not. But I believe showing the good with the bad, so if it doesn't go through and we take a small loss, that is what it is. There we go. I'm getting a little move now down. That's what we're looking for. SPY and Qs are both still selling off, so as I said, I'm going to be mindful of that that 200 MA down there, and we're also going to watch this volume and watch that candle. I want to see that candle continue to grow along with the volume. If it doesn't do that, I'm going to jump, and it's looking like it's wanting to maybe pull back right now. So finger on the trigger. Always want to be paying attention. Alright, that's it. That's starting to pull back a little bit. I'm going to take that quick bag and I'm going to be happy with that. So boom. There's that no demand setup. Entered it just a tiny little bit late, but that's alright. I was comfortable with entering it because SPY and Qs were both selling off pretty aggressively. So that no demand on Tesla with it being below VWAP and the 90 MA, I'm good with taking that trade. I'll take that all day long. Try to sell at near the top of the power candle or bottom of the power candle, whichever you prefer. Usually can turn out pretty decent. And this is not, they're not huge bags, guys. These are just small base hits. This is what builds your account, and it's also what builds your confidence. And as your account and confidence grow, you're going to start taking bigger and bigger positions. And that little 30 bucks is going to soon turn into 300, which, frankly, you could live a halfway comfortable life making 300 bucks a day. So, alright, well, it's about 9:30, or I'm sorry, it's about 10 o'clock in the trading day. Been doing this for about 30 minutes. I'm up $100. I've taken 1, 2, 3 trades. I've got maybe one or two more in me, I think, and that's going to be about it. I'll just see if something else sets up here real quick, and if not, we'll just call it a day. Not real exciting. You know, $100 is not really a huge amount of money, but as I said, for me, it's about mastering the process. So there's a nice reversal here on AMD. I like that quite a bit. But it could also turn into a no demand depending on what the sentiment is here. Basically gave this entire move back. Sans like 1 point, so I'm not real sure about that one. If I can get some continuation here, I may possibly take that long, but I gotta see something. Gotta see something that convinces me that this thing's gonna move back up. SPY is trying to come back, but meh. I'm not real impressed with what I'm seeing at the moment. So I trade off the 2-minute. You'll notice I've got the 15-minute next to the 2-minute. It just kind of gives me a little bit bigger picture. SPY and Qs, unless I'm actively trading them, when I'm just watching them, I leave them on a 5-minute chart. It's just a little less noise. So it looks like we may be getting a reversal here in the market, but again, I hold no bias. We just go where the chart tells us to go. Not really seeing too much of anything that's very exciting as of right now. I'm not particularly impressed with any of it. Looks like a possible no demand setting up here on both Apple and AMD. They're both at their 200 SMA. So that's definitely a level. Right here we've got a bear flag setting up on Microsoft. So that might be something to actually take a potential short position on. We're going to go ahead and pull that one up. Let's see if the algo is going to give us something here. Yeah, it's definitely a bear flag setting up. Once again, something like this. It's about 10 o'clock. I'll start taking full size at this point, especially if I'm convinced it's going to move in a particular direction. Definitely got some weakness in SPY, but these can go either way. Alright, so see if we get that bearish flag going here. See if I can get a line drawn. Like I said, this could be it could have just found support here at about the 297 level, and it may reverse and go back up. This is why we don't like to hold a bias in the market, because you really just never know what it's going to do. It's almost looking like a no supply setup, really, but we just never know until the setup hits. So we'll see what it does. So looking at SPY, I'm seeing that the volume is picking up on SPY, but the price is not really going anywhere. They're not pulling it up. So I'm not too convinced they're going to be able to pull this up. I think we're probably going to get another leg down. That's starting to break the flag. There we go. So we're going to jump into that real quick. Oh, and you're going to pull right back on me. Isn't that special? Okay, that's not good. That's not what we wanted to see, so now we're going to have to definitely play defense, because this is a larger position. We do not want this to go very far against us. Once again, we don't want to be giving money back to the market, so it's just one of those things. Sometimes it happens. We're definitely not perfect. We definitely make mistakes. Not too sure I'm going to give this too much more time, because it's just not doing what I need to see it do here. There we go. Alright, starting to look a little better. Let's see if we get some follow through. Nope. Nope, not convinced. Come on, give me some follow through. Alright, looks like SPY is going to start selling off a little more, and here we go. There's my follow through that I was looking for. Very nice. Nice move down. Very nice move. Very nice move down. So sometimes it pays to just kind of give it a second, see what it does. It really depends on your risk tolerance. Right about 10%. I'm going to take that right there. Close enough to the top of that power bar that I'm not going to push that, because I don't want to give any money back. And I think with that, guys, I'm going to be done. That's probably good for me for right now. Not real exciting. Didn't make a whole lot of money. But again, base hits are what build the account. We're not swinging for home runs every single time we do this. I just want to catch the meat of the move, take the quick profit, and get on out. So 143 bucks on the day. Did not lose one trade. I'll take that any day of the week. So hope you guys enjoyed. If you found this useful, let me know in the comments. You want to check out the group that I'm in, send me a DM, and I'll see if I can get you in there, and you can check out my mentor's course that he offers. It's how I learned how to trade. And with that, have a good rest of your weekend, and hopefully we'll have a good day in the market on Monday. Take care.